Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another breakdown video. And in today's one, we're going to be looking at the tmnt, the IW ongoing series, issue 138. So this issue is going to be taking place near the end of this whole Armageddon game thing, and this issue could potentially reveal some stuff for just like how this whole thing is going to be playing out, and also how things may eventually even end. So this issue does have a lot going for it, and with some other stuff that happened before this issue in terms of covers, it does reveal some stuff that may impact this issue. So we'll be going over all that today, but I feel like we should best start off with the actual description for this issue. Let's go. Okay, so the description for this issue goes as follows: attack of the Utroms. Mutant Town Wall is compromised, and Cheryl's forces have declared an all-out war in search of the young Triceraton Gentle Cersei. And while our heroes need support more than ever, the imposter turtles have sowed distrust, leaving the tmnt and their allies vulnerable on all fronts. In an effort to quell the riots and protect her clan, Jenny races to prove her real turtles' innocence. But gaining back the trust of an entire city seems impossible, especially with a literal god of chaos working against her. It's an all-out war in this exciting tie-in issue to the epic Armageddon game. So yeah, there's some really interesting things that's going to be playing out in this issue. Okay, so let's start off with the Jenica stuff, as I don't really feel like there's going to be like a big part of it, but at the same time, who knows what could really happen with Ratkin getting involved. So with Jenny proving the total's innocence, I'm not exactly too sure how they could be doing this. I know that this issue is going to be taking place after the Alliance issue number 5, so maybe April could get some information about the turtles, about how they were created and prove their innocence, and then maybe Jenica just needs to basically tries to prove that. I'm not too sure how she could do that. I guess maybe either like showing the evidence on like a TV, or going on Mona Lisa's podcast or something like that. You know, there are ways that she can prove it. I'm just not too sure if like the entire Mutant Town population will actually believe Jenica because of everything that the clone turtles have been doing. So who really knows at this point? But I would say that probably half of them will believe it. I mean, already half of them already do. So I think that getting the other half to believe it may be a bit harder, but I wouldn't be too surprised if by the end of it they do, just because they need to for the story. But at the same time, I'm not exactly too sure they would or not. But with the Ratkin being involved in all this could lead open to some really interesting stuff. Maybe Ratkin could actually fight Jenica and stuff like that, or maybe Ratkin could create obstacles, get more henchmen on board and trying to stop Jenica. I feel like this could be a really interesting part of the issue, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But I do think that's going to be a more wait and see type situation in terms of what could potentially happen. Not to mention, we don't really know what's going to be happening in the Armageddon game issue number 6, so who knows what could really play out there, and if that has like any direct tie-in and implications for this part of the issue. Okay, so going into the next part, which is probably the biggest part of it, is the fact that the Utroms have basically broken into Mutant Town and declaring an all-out war. Now, the thing is, if you look at the Armageddon game issue number 5, they did just release the cover A for that comic, and it's a big one. We got Metal Krang going against Shrel in a Triceraton body. Oh my god, that's amazing. So this could all have big implications for that issue in terms of what could be happening with Krang vs Shrel, which is just, oh my god, that is amazing. Turtles Forever rematch, yay, can't wait for that. That is honestly just going to be one of the best parts about the issue. And by the sounds of it, it sounds as though Shrel is going to win and could potentially even kill Krang in that issue, which is just, wow, oh my god. But not to mention, I feel like we're just skimming over the fact that Shrel has a Triceraton body, which is, oh my god, that is just amazing. It really does remind me of the tmnt fast forward scrap second season, where Shrel was going to come back and be a Triceraton. So I don't know if they're going to be playing into that element, and they are, then oh my god, that is amazing. But either way, we still have this, which is just amazing. Now, with the fact that the Utroms are going to Mutant Town and declaring all-out war, I'm not exactly too sure where this could lead, but with the whole Triceraton body and war and stuff like that, I got a feeling that this could honestly lead on to pretty much anything at this point. I mean, we could be looking at the EPF going against Mutant versus Utroms, which, I mean, I don't know really where to begin to talk about it there. I mean, yeah, I'm not too sure what to really say. If this is the route that they're heading towards, which by the looks of it, it does seem like it, which is just, oh my god, that's just going to be amazing. And yeah, I wish I could say much more than that, but I'm just speechless about what could potentially be. And the whole Triceratops body thing, oh my god, it's just too amazing to even talk about. Oh god, I love this so much. We need it now. Okay, but besides from the Armageddon game issue number 5 cover, we did have a cover for issue 138, which is okay. I mean, it's not bad, the artwork looks amazing, but the actual art for it doesn't really reveal much for the actual story, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because most of the times I don't want to get spoiled like in previous issues, but this one doesn't really give anything in pointing towards what could potentially happen. And while this description has definitely given us a lot in terms of what could potentially happen, I would have liked to have seen a bit more in terms of the cover and seen like some sort of story element with it. But here we have the cover, which is just Donnie with the crystal energy coming from him, and it looks interesting, and it has got me intrigued by this in terms of what this could mean. Maybe Donnie is unlocking his energy or something like that, and it has definitely got me intrigued by what all this does mean. But at the same time, I would have preferred a bit more story focused stuff and seen a bit more. I don't like full spoilers, but at the same time, I would have preferred a little bit more for these for a story element cover, just so that we have a more of an understanding of what to really expect in this issue. I mean, I just feel like I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. I like the fact that we're not getting spoilers for this cover, but at the same time, I wish there was a little bit of spoilery stuff on there, just so that we have a bit more of an understanding of where this issue is going to be going. But at the same time, I can't complain too much because it's not spoiling anything for this issue. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. I am quite interested to hear what you say about this in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to this issue? Are you not? And what are your predictions for this issue? I've already gone over a few of them, but I've got a feeling that there's still a few potential ones which I haven't really gone over. And also, what do you think about the idea of the Utroms versus the EPF versus Mutant Town war? Which, yeah, I'm speechless about it. I'm interested to hear what you say about it, because oh my god, if they do that, then it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below. But yeah, this is gonna be it for today, guys. If you do like something, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.